This is a review of the Core CGT400 GasLess string trimmer. It's a 20-volt lithium-ion cordless string trimmer, which is a fancy name for a weed whacker, with a 6.5 amp hour battery. And this model came with the rapid charger, which charges the battery in about an hour. The trimmer has a 14-inch cutting swath, an open view grass guard, dual speeds of 5,000 and 7,000 RPM, and a dual line bump head that uses line that's 0.095 inches. That's the tough stuff. Well, not as tough as 0.1, but 0.09 is pretty good. So, today I'm going to see whether or not the Core CGT400 lives up to the hype. For comparison, I used my 28cc 2-cycle gas-powered trimmer, as well as another battery-operated trimmer by a less expensive brand. In this video, I'll tell you about the features of the CGT400, show you the tool in action, and also share some pros and cons along the way so you can decide if it's right for you. In my opinion, having a battery-operated string trimmer is awesome, and this one's pretty good. Assuming the battery's charged, it's super convenient to be able to grab the tool and get to work. As you'll see in a moment, this tool is significantly quieter than my gas-powered trimmer, no earmuffs required, and has plenty of power to channel garden beds, edge, scalp, and sweep. Now, the tool comes fully assembled, so be prepared to receive a big box. Like most tools, before using it, you should read the manuals. And in this case, the manual has 12 pages of warnings that go beyond anything I've ever seen for a tool. For example, people and pets should be kept 50 feet away from the work area. Yeah, I get it. But if you have a small yard, it's not like you can ask your neighbors to move, right? Anyway, just be cautious. The tool is 6 feet 3 inches tall, which is longer than my gas-powered trimmer. And unlike my gas-powered trimmer, it doesn't come apart for easy storage. The tool is well balanced and weighs 11 pounds though. That's with the battery. And ironically enough, it's the same weight as my gas-powered trimmer. So there's no weight savings for me. This package came with the rapid charger model CRC 8000, which has a 2-prong plug, and it's big. It's like a block. The battery is also big and heavy. It's like a brick. But I guess it counterbalances the weight of the direct drive motor that's in the head. Here's a close look at the charger. It has 2 indicator lights. The bottom light, which is red, indicates that the charger's on. The top means that it's ready for the battery. And when you insert the battery, it turns red, which means the battery's charging. When the battery's fully charged, this indicator light will change to green. Let's take it outside for a once over and see it in action. All right, so here's the power head. This is the Core direct drive motor. Got your guard, your line cutter, and then going up the shaft, there's your handle, which is adjustable. Here you've got the speed and torque switch, which most of the time you're going to use torque because that is good for most applications. Speed taxes the battery a little bit more, but you use that when you bump the head to extend the line and you need to cut it on the blade of the guard. And then here's the back. There's the battery. And the battery there we go. And then you've got underneath here the handle, you've got your trigger lock button here because you got to push this in and use the handle. This is torque. Torque. This is speed. Speed. to move the mulch back, or you'll have mulch all over the yard. So the tool works very well at scalping, cutting, edging, and sweeping, but where it comes up short versus my gas-powered trimmer is versatility. Because the motor's in the head, I can't use any of the attachments that I have for my gas-powered trimmer, like a pole saw, hedge trimmer, and an edger. In my opinion, given the lack of versatility, the tool is a little pricey. It is a nice quality tool. And while I love the fact that the Core trimmer is as powerful as my gas-powered trimmer and much quieter, in doing my homework, I discovered that should I need a new battery, or if I wanted a backup battery to avoid downtime, a new Core power cell costs as much as buying the whole string trimmer again. Huh? That stinks in my opinion, but it's not uncommon. My Ryobi cordless string trimmer is the same in that regard, so thumbs down to disposable tools. Just as an aside, let me show you this, which was also on the packaging. It cracked me up. More torque equals more power. Huh? Yes, that's correct in the world of generalizations. More ice cream equals more calories. More cows equals more beef. More pennies equals more cents. I don't know. Anyway, having nothing to do with that tangent, I will say that in 40 minutes of use, I never had to use the bump head to feed more line. 0.095 inches is pretty tough stuff. So keep in mind, it can damage basement window casings, fence posts, hoses, and even concrete footers. Be careful. Regarding runtime, the 6.5 amp hour battery or high energy power cell lasts as long as a tank of gas. That also cracked me up because a tank of gas doesn't last that long on my gas powered trimmer, maybe a little over an hour. And that's plenty to do our lawn, but wouldn't be enough in a commercial application. The way I look at it is it takes 5 minutes to put premixed gas into a tank versus waiting an hour for the power cell to charge on the rapid charger. Figure out what works best for you. One thing to point out is it would have been nice if Core had put a fuel gauge on their battery. This battery from my other trimmer has a fuel gauge that tells me how much power is left, and that way I don't have to charge it after each use. Normally at this point in the video, I'd explain the warranty, but there were over 9 pages of confusing legal jargon and then addendums to said jargon, theretofore and henceforth confusing me forthwith. So just know there are different warranty periods depending on whether it's the trimmer, the motor, the battery, the charger, and depending on whether the tool is used in residential, commercial, or rental applications. I recommend, if you have warranty questions, call the company. If you want to try the tool, note that there's a 30-day satisfaction guarantee, so you can return the product within 30 days if you're not completely satisfied. Just keep your receipt. A few last things before I go. The motor does not have a brake, so you'll have to wait roughly 18 or more seconds before putting it down to avoid scalping the lawn. I also found the trigger lock a bit annoying when flipping the tool over to edge, and noticed that power to the direct drive motor fluctuated and even occasionally shut off, even though I was still squeezing the throttle control and lock-off buttons. Check this out. Feels like it's laboring. I didn't change anything. To wrap up, this is a powerful string trimmer that's good for residential use in my opinion. There are definite pros and cons as I've mentioned, but it holds up to my gas-powered trimmer without the noise, fumes, and vibration. If this review's been helpful, please do me a favor and like it, and most importantly, subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching. In the basement. Yeah.